Namaste and warm greetings to respected dignitaries, esteemed delegates, and dear participants. After the enriching discussions, deliberations, and sharings of past 2 days, it is my pride privilege to warmly welcome you back to this fourth plenary session of the 10th International Conference on Universal Human Values in Higher Education with the theme Empowering Youth for a Happy and Peaceful World. Education today seems to stand at a critical juncture. While it continues to advance in information and skills, the deeper question confronts us is in an era focused on skills and success. How do we ensure that education equally cultivates humane values, ethical discernments, and responsible citizenship among our youth? So, in this context, value driven education is no longer an option, but it is a necessity. It is the foundation for building individuals who are not only professionally competent, but also compassionate, responsible, and committed to the well being of the society. It is therefore most appropriate theme that the Keynote Address 4 focuses on, that is implementation, plan, and programs for value driven education. We are honored to have today's speaker, Sri Rajul Asthanaji, with us. He is an alumnus of IIT Delhi with a long corporate background. He is the trustee of the UHV Foundation and vice chairman, NC UHV AICTE. He was the founding honorary director of International Resource Center for Universal Human Values and Ethics at Punjab Technical University, co-author of the textbook and teacher's manual, a foundation course in human values and professional ethics with Professor R.R. Gaur and G.P. Bagaria ji. So through his keynote today, we look forward to gain insights into how institutions can move from intent to implementation and how value-driven education can be systematically embedded to empower youth and build a humane, peaceful, and sustainable society. So with deep esteem and warm applause, may I now invite Dr. Rajul Asthanaji to deliver the keynote address for
Thank
Shri
you,
Rajul
Manishi.
Priya.
Thank you, Manishi. And warm welcome to my brothers and sisters from across the world. I can see that we have Anvil Lu from Philippines. Welcome, Anvil. Anavil, if I'm pronouncing your name right. And Renee, uh, so welcome. And there are so many of the delegates from India. So welcome, everyone. My topic here is implementing value-driven education for a happy and peaceful world. So we'll talk about the processes of implementation. And you've heard in the last 3 days, we have been talking about how this overall transformation from where we are to where we really want to be can take place in a very tangible and a natural manner. So not only there needs to be a transformation in the individual, but a major transformation in the society as well. And of course, the driver for this transformation in the society would be the individual, naturally, isn't it? So there have been many efforts being made by these regulatory bodies, social organizations, governments across India and Bhutan that we know of to address this need for human values all across the world, I'm sure. But for universal human values, these are the two countries that we know of. And we would certainly like that all of you consider taking up universal human values to your nations, to your institutions. In these two countries, universal human values has been introduced at more than 4,000 institutions of higher learning. more than 2,000 schools and at Bhutan Institute of Wellbeing in their rehabilitation program, and in jails in 5 states of India and at some villages. And the results are quite encouraging. So you must have heard about their experiences during the sharing sessions. In the keynotes, we covered the vision for value-driven education, both at the overall level as well as at the level of the human-human relationship and the human-social relationship, societal systems. So in the keynotes, we covered these 3 things so far. And in the panels, we deliberated together. I understand that there were more than 100 panelists in the panels that were conducted. So that's a very nice deliberation. Lots of you must have participated in the panel discussions and the seminar talks. So all of that deliberation has taken place. And now we are at how we are going to offer this transformation, offer our experiences in this transformation, and you can consider taking it up in your own nations, in your own countries. So that's what we intend to do in this. Through the implementation that we have been able to do over here in these 4,000 institutions and 2,000 schools particularly, so many of these assets have been developed. There is a very cogent vision for human education, and that has been shared in the first keynote. The content and the process also has been shared through the keynotes. And there's a growing volunteer team. In this conference, there are more than 450 speakers, including many of the delegates who are here. So that is something to be very happy about. There are more than 7,300 registrations. So many of you are here today. But the work behind the scenes is being conducted by volunteers working on a pro bono basis. And there are lots of volunteers. So there's a growing volunteer team. And this team has the experience of implementation in various aspects in school education, in higher education, in rehabilitation. And also now we are developing a counseling model based on universal human values. Villages are developing. Many villages have this UHV program now. So I'll share something a little bit about that. But you must have heard the experiences of one of the villages, Irat, if you heard about the Naugong village experience. So there are many villages that are taking up the similar program. And in jails, like I said, in 5 states of India, these educational institutions are offering their services to help the inmates of the jails, inmates and the under trials. And now there are several institutions that are taking it up as their own responsibility, that our brethren who have landed up in jail, they have landed up over there for 2 reasons. One reason is their personal lack of right understanding. But the other reason is that the society has not been able to help them to develop that right understanding because of lack of the right kind of education. So they have landed up in jail. So these educational institutions are taking it up upon themselves to take this program to the jails. And there are very encouraging results. And you must have heard on the first day the experience of the work that is being done in these jails. So today I'm going to share about this uh, so that you can take it up in your own institutions. If you look at the vision, it's a vision for human education, for a humane society, that is the well-being of all. This is what we ultimately want. We want our own well-being as well as the well-being of others. If you ask yourself, do you want to be happy? What is the answer?
Yes, happy,
Yes,
always
you
happy.
want to be happy. And if you ask yourself deep down, do you want the other to be happy or you want them to be unhappy?
No, I want other to be happy as
You
well.
want them to be happy as well.
See,
So deep down, this is all that we want, to be happy and to make the other happy. But how can we achieve that at a large scale, at the global level? So it starts with human education, where we can develop this humane and holistic world vision for ourselves. So we have to understand two things. One, what am I and what is this existence that I'm living in? What is the other person? What is the family? What is the society? So what? We have to understand the what. And the second thing that we have to understand is what is my relationship with this? What is my relationship with myself? What is my relationship with the other human being? What is my relationship with the society and my relationship with the entire nature? So with this holistic humane worldview, one can decide their participation at all these levels. So this is what is required in human education. With this, skills can be acquired for living in harmony. So the skills that are required for living in harmony will be acquired by the students, given by the teachers, and that will ensure this definite conduct which is in line with what we really want to be. And that would result in a humane society through our own participation. So if you look at the education today, this is the crucial missing link. We are doing a lot of work on education, on skills, but this what to do part, this humane world vision, is quite a missing link. So I would invite your observations on this. Is this true? So particularly the uh, people who have joined from overseas, I can see Kedar Prasadji from Nepal, Annabelle from Philippines. So do you have any observation? You have the mic. Is this true in your nation? And we also have Renee from Philippines. So you can unmute, and is this the situation in your nation also?
Yes, sir. Good morning po. Good morning, sir. I'm Annabelle Balanon Tulin from the Philippines. As I have, am I audible po? Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible a little bit. Your sound can be a little bit more, but you are certainly audible and clear. Please go ahead.
Thank you. Um, as to your question as to here, we have the same situation here in the Philippines about this holistic, humane world vision and to the missing link, no? Crucial missing link as to achieve this humane society. Yes, I do consider. Mhm. I think we also have the same situation as to the developing human values or participation of the human values as what is happening also here in our country. That is what I have observed.
Thank you, Annabelle. We'll continue to see
You're
how
welcome.
to address this crucial missing link. So this team of volunteers has got together to look into how this can be resolved. and they are making effort to resolve it in their own institutions, in their own families, in their own communities. So what they have come up with is this holistic value-based education model. And the first part is the universal human values component, which is universal, applicable to everyone. So like the question that I asked you is applicable to everyone. Everyone wants to be happy and everyone wants to make the other happy, isn't it? So it is universal, it is rational and verifiable. If I have a feeling of respect in me and I express it to you, do you feel happy? So yes, you can verify it. And it is all encompassing. We are preparing our students for jobs. Many times we are only preparing our students for jobs. But with a holistic and humane worldview, we'll be preparing our students for life. So they'll not only be concerned about their workplace, they'll also be concerned about their family, about their society. They'll participate in it. And they'll also be concerned about the nature. Right now we are maybe less concerned about these aspects. Then the second component is the reinforcement and exemplification of living in harmony. Through the ages, in the tradition particularly, there have been many, many efforts to live in a manner which is fulfilling for all, isn't it? So we can draw examples from that tradition and place it before the students. And the third is value-guided skills. Skills which will enable us to live in harmony. Skills which are human-friendly and nature-friendly. Skills which lead to sustainable development. So these three components put together would be the foundation of the holistic and value-based education. With this, the natural outcome is going to be a humane society. So this is our aspiration, and this is what we are working for. Now, if we are able to deliver this kind of education, and we are making a lot of effort in that, and there are very good examples of which you must have heard through the sharing sessions, that the graduate has these common attributes. All graduates have some element of these graduate attributes, and once they are, fully into it, fully have the right completeness of right understanding, then they would certainly have a holistic vision of life, not just about the workplace, but about the rest of the entities that they live with. They will act in ways that benefit the society. They will not be just net takers. I want this from the society. But they'll also be contributors. So the second common graduate attribute is social responsibility. The third is environmental responsibility. That they'll be cognizant of their impact on the environment. If I'm buying lots of, let's say, wooden furniture, then it is going to certainly have an impact on nature. If I'm buying more than my need, it will certainly have an impact on nature. So I will engage in work that respects and protects nature. I will be having a clear idea about my needs and how their fulfillment impacts nature. And I'll be environmentally responsible. The conduct of such a graduate would be ethical, not only in interaction with other human beings at home, but also in the workplace. Their conduct will be ethical in all aspects of what they're doing. So if we address the fundamental need of the human being, then the conduct will naturally be ethical. So we don't have to have so many of these policing activities. So they'll not only be, they'll certainly respect the environment, they'll certainly respect the rules, but those rules will be in line with the existential laws. So their conduct will be ethical. Of course, they'll be able to take care of their own health and hygiene. They'll be not necessarily fully dependent on outsourcing their health. And six is very important that they'll be able to identify people who are more developed than them, have a feeling of gratitude, and with this, they will be participating in mutual development. They'll be free from complaining, and they'll be working on how can I help? How can I be helpful in the harmony in the family, in the society, in the nature? So this is a very, very important attribute of the students, of the graduates. Now, how can we implement this, or how we are implementing it here? If we ask that question, we are implementing it in 3 steps. And work is going on all 3 steps, but predominantly on the step number 1. Step number 1 is to introduce universal human values in the existing curriculum. Whatever curriculum we have, we'll introduce human values in that. So then there will be questions that start getting asked. Our economics will be an economics of give and take, or maximization of profit for myself only, or will it be a give economics? Those kind of questions will begin to be asked. In the family, if you have, let's say, less of something, less of food, then what do? What does the child do for the mother? What does the mother do for the child? Okay. The more powerful mother doesn't grab the food and take it for herself. So she will give to the child. She wants to fulfill the child. And similarly, the child, a responsible child, would certainly tell the mother that, no, you are also, so let's share it. So those kind of questions will begin to be asked in step 1 itself. In step 2, all the subjects that we have will be value-based. So our economics will change. It will be economics of how we can live in harmony and how we can have that give kind of economics. And there are many traditional examples of this. So the second step is holistic and value-based education. That is where we want to reach in terms of education. So all subjects will be sustainable, mutually enriching technologies will be there. They will be enriching nature as well as enriching the human being. And step 3, which is a natural outcome of steps 1 and 2, is value-based living. That means the individual is not defined by rules and regulations, but is internally having that self, the ability to decide what is in interest of harmony on their own right. So that kind of living will naturally result from steps 1 and 2. So any questions so far from our participants, our delegates? Let me go to Renee from Philippines.
Good day, everyone, and to the international conference members and all the speakers. Good day. Uh, the foundation of every person must come first, and the circle within our family. It is very fitting, and the topic from the first day up until today is very relevant in the challenge of the world about human values, where innovations and technology are now in the highest model, yet the human values must still go through hand in hand now. One of the mantra of our university here in University of Eastern Philippines is that molding character, producing life winners, very connected in today's conference, international conference, that value or values, human values, must always inculcate into our curriculum or curricula, because education must perceive through not only in theories but more so in practice and practical situation of human endeavor, and how we deal with our relationship to others, the world, and even our environment. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rene. We have Satish Kumar from India. Satish,
Sir,
please.
yes, Namaste, sir. Very good morning.
Good morning.
Sir, actually, we are implementing as per the NAP policy and with the inputs from UHV team. Actually, we have already implemented from the past 2 years universal human values in our curriculum. Okay, then
Which one are
so
you-
we want in KIT University, sir, Bhubaneswar KIT University.
Very nice. Yeah, KTU has got a lot
Yeah,
of. I am familiar with that, and your chancellor is, very, very focused on the human society, isn't it?
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Actually, so much of improvement is also there. But I want to know about the step 2 and step 3. Actually, we have not trained or what do you call? We have not gone through it in like UHV. How we have gone through 2 different certifications and even physical mode also we have done.
Yeah.
I want to know where can we acquire the what do you call in form of
We'll
presentation? Yes.
send you a link. This conference is basically we are trying to introduce it to those uh, who are, so you can help them also. But
Yeah.
for you, we will send a link so you can have an interaction with us in more detail. So thank you for your question.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. So largely we are at step 1. So we'll discuss a little bit more about this step 1. Yeah, before we go to that, the All India Council for Technical Education in India, they have published this vision, the educational programs, the steps for implementation, and the expected outcome in this beautiful document. So I would encourage you to download it from the AICTE website. And this lines up with the National Education Policy of India also, that education is fundamental for development of the full potential of the human being, which means that the human being has completeness of right understanding, completeness of having the feelings, the feeling of love and compassion, living with that. So to that level, education is expected to, expected is the major driver for that. Second thing is that it is the outcome of human education would be equitable and just society, a humane society. And it would lead to national development, promoting national development, which means that the nation is in harmony and it is complementary to other nations. It is not at loggerheads with other nations, but it is complementary to other nations, helping the other nations also to be in harmony, to live in harmony. So this vision is published by the All India Council for Technical Education, and you can download it. So I would encourage our others who are here to share those links from where this document can be downloaded. Now, in terms of educational material, there are many books that have been published, and I'll refer to few of them. These books are being translated into 11 Indian languages, and we are using AICTE's Anuvadini software to help us in this translation. And there's a large team of volunteers who's working on the translation. But let me mention few of these books. The first one that you see on the top left is the core foundation course in human values and professional ethics. The third book the second one is the same book in Hindi. The third book is the course book for the advanced course, understanding ourselves, understanding human being, nature and existence comprehensively. And the last on the right hand side is about holistic human health. So these three books, I would say, are very fundamental to what we are discussing over here. But there are a lot of books. At the bottom right side, you see the books for school education, and they are translated into Hindi, and these are being used by the 2000 schools, 2000 plus schools in Madhya Pradesh today, and these are being used, going to be used in the other schools, like for example, Rajasthan has decided to place universal human values in their school system. So these are about the books. These are the foundation material for the programs that reach to the students. And there are preparatory workshops to prepare the teachers. So each program has some complementary program for the faculty members. So UHV1 is an introduction to universal human values. On the left-hand side, you see the courses that are the foundation courses. And on the right-hand side, you see the courses that are the advanced courses. So the KIT gentleman who asked that question, the courses on the right-hand side will be relevant for you. And, the link that you must have received, you will give you more details about that. Okay, so UHV1 is an introduction to universal human values and professional ethics. UHV2 is the foundation course. UHV1 is 15 hours in size. 15 sessions of 1.5 hours each in size. And it gives an overview of universal human values. It also addresses to the kind of issues that we have today. The students have, a lot of issues like anger issues or issues with peer pressure. So those issues are discussed, and during the interaction, many students are able to see that, what is the root cause and what is it that they need to do about it. So that is UHV1. It generates an interest in going further. UHV2 is a foundation course in human values and professional ethics. And this is a one-semester course. One semester which has 48 lectures and 14 practice sessions. So it's a full-fledged 3-credit one-semester course. Of course, these two courses have to be taught by prepared teachers who go through the workshops, then they go through the meetings, so that they can continuously be connected to the material that has been shared, and then they practice it in their own life. And then they can give examples from their own life when they're teaching these courses. So these courses are not theoretical courses, but they are very practice oriented. So we are invoking our internal compass, as Professor Dhande had put it, internal compass, and we are practicing it. Our life is the lab. The whole existence is the lab, but our life is the lab. So we can practice it, verify it. So these two courses have to be taught by teachers who are prepared and who are making their effort for this journey. Then the third one is Holistic Human Health 1, which is also a 15-session course, which is focused on health, keeping our health. So this is the third course, and many of the institutions are now taking up this course. This is relatively new, so it's being taken up by many of the institutions now. And on the right-hand side, we have these 8 courses, which are the higher level courses, and they are being placed as open electives and also as collection of courses which can be taken for a minor degree in universal human values. If we are able to prepare our interested students with this minor degree, they will have not only an overview of the values, but they'll be practicing those values, and they'll have an overview of what next to be done. How can we take things from value education to value-based education? So this preparation can be done through these higher level courses. The courses are, I'll just go over briefly, understanding the human being, nature and existence comprehensively. So we'll work a lot on understanding ourselves. Who are we? What is our purpose? How to fulfill that purpose in a lot of detail. UHV 4 is a vision for humane society, which is just and equitable. So this course goes into the elaboration of the humane society, or the society that is in harmony. The systems, the relationships. So all of that, this course has that aspect of it. UHV 5 is about human values in different philosophies. So every philosophy has tried to identify the means to get to the well-being of all. To understand this existence, to identify the role of human being in this existence, and how this well-being of all can be realized. So any philosophy has to, is talking about these things. So we try to draw out the common part of these philosophies and place it in this course, UHV 5. So this has multiple sub-courses, if you would. UHV 6 is a course on human psychology. Of course, psychology is for identifying or looking into what is the full potential of a human being and how to realize that. Of course, it is also addressing to the problems that are there, but the major focus of the philosophies, this UHV 5 or human psychology, is about how to realize our full potential as a human being, as an individual, as a self. Then Holistic Human Health 2 is a foundation course in holistic human health, and it is a one-semester course. Again, 48 lectures and 14 practice sessions. So it is quite a practice-oriented program, that foundation course in holistic human health. Then the next one is human psychology. So we address to how we can have a society which is leading to justice for all, well-being of all. And the last course is about human economics. I talked about that take economics and give economics briefly. So this course will be on where we are today, as well as how to move from this take economics to the give economics. So it talks about these aspects of economics and governance. So any questions about this part so far? So the gentleman from KIT, if he is still here, he can, Satish Kumarji.
We have Acharya from Nepal, Kedar Prasad Acharya ji from Nepal.
Yes.
So maybe have your input, reflections on this discussion so far, sir.
Yeah, it's okay. So anybody else who has any observations, they can raise their hand and we can pass the mic. So let me go ahead with that. So now we have these foundational materials, the courses, the practice of these courses. And we can see that these, okay, before that, let me close this one. For the faculty, the workshops on these topics, on these various aspects are run in the face-to-face mode in 3 to 8 day full-time immersion workshops. So it's a full-time, mostly residential. There are also online webinars. So all of you who are connected virtually, you can participate in these online webinars. And these are also full-time from 9 to 5 kind of webinars with short breaks, 1 hour for lunch and the other breaks are short breaks. So we have online webinars. Also, we are developing online self-learning material. Some of it is there, some of it is being developed, but we'll be preparing this self-learning material. And we have a practice session, morning session, and it is a 4-month program, 1 hour in English and 1 hour in Hindi at this time. And it has been running since 2020 without a break every morning. So many people are joining this. So the morning practice is to look within, to be aware of oneself, to be aware of the harmony, to be aware of what my participation in this harmony can be, and work on it. This is primarily for the faculty, and for the students, these courses are credit courses, value-added courses, or minor degree. So this is what we have in terms of the courses for both the, for the students, and then the faculty development programs for the faculty. So let me take some. Praveen Kataria ji has raised his hand. So Praveen ji, please go ahead. Yeah, Praveen ji, please go ahead. In fact, before you, Balaji Reddy ji had.
Namaste ji, am I audible? Namaste ji, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. We can hear you.
Namaste Rahul ji, Namaste Rajul Asthana ji, Namaste Manish ji, Namaste to all. One doubt, out of all these from courses from UH 1 to 8, what type of courses are available through online?
All these, courses on the left-hand side are available on online. And then
UHV 3 is in the morning, na?
UHV 3, the practice is certainly available online. It's not written over here, but the morning session is available online. And that is, there's a prerequisite for each of the courses on the right-hand side. Okay, so the basic prerequisite is having completed UHV 2.
Okay, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 are not available, no sir?
4 is available, 3 is available online in self-learning mode. And then these courses, depending on your interest, you can run those courses in online mode, but they are more effective in the face-to-face mode. We are considering putting the courses on the left-hand side online, online rather in self-learning mode, and the courses on the right, we'll also run them online.
Ji. So this information is available in ACT site, na?
When they are actually scheduled, then that will be available. But otherwise, this list is available.
Okay, ji. Thank you very much, ji. Namaste.
Sir, Dr. Shuchi Tiwari from VJIET Hyderabad, she has asked, in our college, we have course for happiness and well-being as mandatory course.
Yeah.
How can I associate this course to UHV?
We can, I think this needs discussion. Okay, so please send her a link so that, a phone number so that she can interact. And I would recommend the participants from overseas to be sent the number of Dr. Ila Dedia, and the participants from India, Dr. Ishrat, he can be sent, her number can be sent. So at least the interaction can start with these two, our key volunteers for the conference. So quickly from Dr. Praveen Kataria, and then we can go ahead to the next part.
Namaskar, sir. Namaskar, ma'am.
But-
Sir, my first question,
Yeah,
yes, my first question was about the different material available from UHB 3 to UHB 8.
Yes.
I got for UHB 3 on a book on the website of AICT, but I was not able to get the information from other UHBs, higher level UHBs. And the second thing is that I want to participate in the through physical mode in all these things. But
Yes.
I'm not able to get the information that when these are going to happen.
Yeah, now we are putting all these things on the uhb.org.in website also, in addition to the AICTE website.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Information over there.
Sir, is there any information about the any recent course which is going to happen in the coming future?
Yeah, I think you talk to Dr. Ishrat, and she will be able to give you more details about it.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Sir, my second question is that I am in Chandigarh. I
Yes.
want to take universal human values to different schools of Chandigarh. How can I want to be a volunteer myself for the same. How can I go for that?
Yeah, we'll connect you to the school team. Okay. So
Okay.
recently, the government of Rajasthan has decided to place UHV in all their schools. Okay.
Okay.
So that work is going on. So
Okay.
to the school team who will take it, who will help you with that. Already, like I said earlier, 2,000 schools are running UHV in the state of Madhya Pradesh.
Yes, sir. Sir, I want to take the same concept to schools of Punjab as well as to schools of Chandigarh.
Zurur ji, bilkul, you must do that.
And thank you, sir. Yes, sir.
In that, so please send the link for Dr. Ishrat, and then we can connect and take it forward. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
So going forward, the process that we are following is a process of self-exploration. So you are the final decision maker in this process. You have to decide on your own right. Okay. And it is a very simple two-part process. First part is verifying every proposal on your own right on the basis of your natural acceptance. So in the beginning, I asked you whether you want to be happy. So you got the answer from somewhere, isn't it? Similarly, I asked you, do you want to make the other happy? So where did you get that answer from? That is your natural acceptance. So UHV is placed not as do's and don'ts. It is placed as proposals for you to look into yourself. So the first step in that process is self-verification on the basis of our natural acceptance. So we invoke our natural acceptance. We refer to our natural acceptance to find the answer to that, to the inner voice, to the internal compass, to the Buddha within. So like that, that is the first part of the process. The second is validating it in living. So when you live with this feeling of respect, that was the second set of questions I asked, respect, right? Do you feel happy? And when you express that to the other, does the other also feel happy? So you can validate it in living. And when the proposal passes through both of these tests, then it is right for you. So this is a very simple process, but we are invoking our insight to look into things, not just the sensations, not just the senses, but we are looking through ourselves to find the answers to these, to validate these proposals. What it leads to is understanding the harmony at all levels of our being. We can see things directly. We can see ourselves directly. We can see the relationships directly. We can see the harmony directly. We can see the coexistence directly. So we understand this harmony. And through that, we also understand what is my role in ensuring that harmony, to be in that harmony, to live according to the existential order. So we understand our role, our participation, and our value in the family, for example. So having the right feelings in me and expressing those right feelings is my value in the family. So if I'm a person with having that feeling of respect in me and I express it in my family, I am valuable in the family. If I'm an angry person, am I valuable in the family? You can check for yourself. So that is universal, and it is a human value to be in having a feeling of respect. So this process leads to these two things: understanding the harmony and living in harmony. And that living in harmony includes the skills. It's not without having the idea of the skills, but it very clearly helps us to identify what is my role in this family, what is my role in this society, what is my role with the nature, and I'm able to acquire the right kind of skills and practice them in my living. So this is the process, a very simple process. And you can see that this process is very much universal, very much verifiable, very much logical. And of course, unless it leads to harmony, it is not even passing the second test. So this is the process that we are following for all the material that is being shared through the Universal Human Values program. Now, there's a huge team which is a growing team of volunteers. So there are at least 500 volunteers in higher education across the nation today. And I'm happy to share that we have more than 200 volunteers. There are more than 130,000 Anandaks in the state of Madhya Pradesh. Out of that, there are 200 who have gone through the UHV, who are practicing this UHV, and they are volunteering for taking it to this, to the others in the state of Madhya Pradesh. In Madhya Pradesh, there are more than 4,000 teachers who have gone through the UHV program. So this work is being done by volunteers on a pro bono basis. So 500 volunteers are there in higher education and at least 200 volunteers in the school education program. And I would invite each of you to be one of those, add to those numbers and volunteer for taking it forward in your own institution, in your own family first perhaps, in your own institution, in your own community, and take it forward to the whole world. These volunteers are organized in a well-knit network. There's a network of regional coordinators who take care of, the finding out where this work can be further enhanced. And themselves, they have lots of meetings to decide, to discuss. At least 60 meetings are being held every week, either online or face-to-face, mostly online, because everybody is distributed over the whole nation and even now in Bhutan also. So, and these meetings are basically focused, number one, on one's self-development. It's very important. Even this conference that is happening, the work that we are doing in this, our major aim is that it should help us in our own self-development. So whenever there is some flap, then we have to see what is my feeling. Am I getting disturbed? So if I am disturbed, then I won't be able to find solution, isn't it? But if I am stable within, so I find out where I am, and then I ask this only one question: how can I help? If somebody is not able to do something, so all this work that we are doing, number one, leads to self-development. Second is team development, how we are interacting with each other as a team, how we can be a stable team. And then with this to contribute to social development, to the societal development in the institution, outside the institution, like that. So when I'm saying that, please send this link, so somebody will send this link. I'm not saying who to send this link. I mean, who will send this link, but somebody will be sending this link, isn't it? It's a self-organized team. Self-organized means every individual is able to decide what is in the interest of harmony and make that effort without being told to make that effort. So this whole education, this human education, would lead from being controlled from outside to self-control, to be self-organized, to be self-disciplined. So instead of externally enforced discipline, individuals will get to self-discipline. And that we can see in this team. Another very important achievement is, over the last few years, many of the regulatory bodies, two in particular I would name, the All India Council for Technical Education in New Delhi and the University Grants Commission of India in New Delhi. They have been promoting and working on not only regulating the education, but enabling this to be implemented, the policy to be implemented. The Raja Anand Sansthan of Madhya Pradesh is a body by the government of Madhya Pradesh, and they have taken it upon themselves to ensure that this human education reaches to the schools and also higher education in the state of Madhya Pradesh. So they are the coordinating body for Madhya Pradesh. So like that, there are these three major bodies that are helping to make this human education available to our citizens. In addition to that, there are 27 nodal centers. Those are the institutions that have taken it upon themselves to run things on UHV on their own stream and also to help other institutions. And 44 potential nodal centers. So 71 of these nodes are across the nation, and they are working towards developing their own institution as a role model for human society and to make that available to the others. First in their own region, then in the whole nation, and then in the whole world. Then we come to Bhutan Institute of Wellbeing. You must have heard their sharing. The Bhutan Institute of Wellbeing is a rehabilitation center for those who are addicted to drugs or alcohol, like that. Their sober rate has increased from 40% in 2018 to 62% in 61.8%. I think Tashi put it as 61.8% in 2024, and it is sustaining. So in 2018, they introduced universal human values in their rehabilitation program, and since then, this much change has taken place in their sober rates. So they are embedding universal human values in their programs. So these are the nodal center, and they are of course taking it all over Bhutan and also in outside Bhutan through their programs that they run for World Bank and so many organizations that they're running it for. So these are some of the nodal centers. There are many families that are working on it. There are many villages that are working on it. So I've mentioned just few of them over here. Okay. Because everybody wants this well-being of all. So if you find a way to do that, then they get enthused to make that effort, and they are making that effort. This team also has experience of implementing these programs, like I said, in schools, in higher education, in villages, in jails, and in this well-being centers. So there's a lot of effort that has been made, and we can see that in all these areas, school education, higher education, counseling, villages, rehab centers, jails, this work is going on. And in these three areas, it is also a lot of development work is going on. But in school and higher education, we can say that we have a very robust model, lot of implementation, and all that experience is available to you for taking it to your institution, to your nation. So in school education, there are 4,000 plus teachers, 2,000 schools, and they are reaching out to at least 20,000 students per year. So that is the kind of experience that the school education team has. In higher education, more than 100,000 faculty members have gone through the programs. 4,000 colleges are running this program, and 1 million students are going through this program every year. So we have that kind of experience in higher education. The counseling model is developing. So we have shared the developments that we have so far in the seminar talks through this conference. Villages, in the Naogong village, we shared that experience. And there are 52 villages in the state of Madhya Pradesh where they are running a program called Anand Gram, which is basically having that core UHV input into their program. Then rehab, I just talked about that already. And then in jails in these 5 states of India. So all of this work has been taking place. So for all of this, there is material, there is a process, and there is, in fact, or you can say the implementation outcomes. So all these things are there. So they are available to you. Most of this material is available. I would say all of this material is available on online in the UHV website, uhv.org.in. So you can look at and download all this material for yourself, for your institution, look through it, and take it up in your own institutions. So any questions so far? Or any observations? Yeah. Yes.
Namaste, sir. Am I audible?
Padmavati ji.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, we need to introduce EHV program in medical colleges, sir.
Say that again. I am not able to hear you. It's a little bit louder.
We want to introduce. We want EHV program in medical colleges, sir. In medical colleges.
Yeah, very nice.
Yes, even we want in for faculty also, sir.
Definitely. So I would request the team to send Dr. Mirunalini's contact so they can contact.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, sir.
He is in SRM Institute of Science and Technology. She's an anesthesiologist, and she has been working on UHV and holistic health. She's our lead volunteer for that program, so she'll be happy to contact you. Okay. Thank you for your question. Anything else? Anybody else?
Yes, we may hear from Ashish Kumar Thakur ji.
A little bit louder. Mike.
Yeah, he also has some concern in question answer section.
Yeah.
So Ashish ji, Mike is there with you.
Yeah, Ashish Kumar Thakur. Yes, Ashish ji.
Is this audible?
Yeah, you're a little bit less volume, but we are on.
It's a problem in this
Ashish ji.
the connections. That is what I feel.
We are
I
not-
am Professor Ashish Thakur, working in Eklon Institute of Technology in the Mechanical Engineering Department. I just connected with this USB program the 1 month ago. It was highly reference to the Professor Upasna. She has conducted there the program. It was a very nice program there,
Yeah.
and the lot of people congregated over there for the the course, USB course from the ICT. My questions are not much in detail. That is just I asked about the happiness. Happiness moment, in the term of the happiness, we say there are many things that we can classify. They falls in the happiness. But many things they are not the happy. They are not the happiness. They don't fall in the happiness. Even we are lure to get that. We going in that direction also.
Yes, yes.
We know that is this is not the happiness.
Many
It's a
times.
sadness. It is a phenomenon. It happens. It's quite but we are going to that directional. It is there. So that is what I asked. What I wish to ask. Why this is so? Why we are going in that directions? Even we know that it is not happiness.
These are kind of existential questions. Many times we confuse excitement for happiness, and there is a lot of discussion in the workshops. So please attend one of those, and or we can talk on the phone. But this is something that can't be resolved right here, right now. So I would suggest that you attend another workshop. Okay. So
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
best wishes.
Thank you. And thank.
Now it starts, I would say that it starts with just one person. My question is, are you that one person? So I'll tell you the story of Dashopama Thinley, who was then the Vice Chancellor of the Royal University of Bhutan. He came for the first international conference on on human values in higher education. This was in 2012. Okay. So we had invited him for a keynote address on gross national happiness. How to live together as a happy family. So we had invited him for this, and he came, he saw, and then he mulled over it, went over it, and soon he shared with us that I have been actively looking for how to do this for the last 12 years. This human values teaching can create a harmonious society. And I'm assured that it is within reach and it can be done. So he was kind of very convinced that it can be done. And then he took it to the Royal University of Bhutan. In fact, not only did he take it to the Royal University of Bhutan, he took it to the whole nation of Bhutan. He was, after he retired, he joined the Bhutan Institute of Well-Being and took it up over there. So through one person, values work can reach to the whole nation. And he is a shining example of that. I have so many more examples that we can take. They are examples of individuals, they are examples of policymakers, they are example of vice chancellors, they are examples of individual faculty members, of young people who have been able to take it up not only in their family kind of thing, but also in their whole university. So So there are many, many examples. My question to you is that with the assets that are available, you can also start thinking or augmenting your efforts on human values in your own family, in your own institution, in your own community, in your own nation. So you can be one to take it to your institution, your state, your country. So with that, I would like to close my part. If there are any questions, we'll be happy to take. We have a lot more material to share, but I thought I'll share some of it here so that you can have an idea about how you can go about implementing.
Yeah, there is a question from Dr. Shilpa Ranaji from Sri Sai University, Palampur, Himachal Pradesh.
Yeah.
She wants to ask if it is compulsory to be associated with a college or university to participate in and for UHV. Because her husband owns a holistic healing service and they wish to include UHV because they want to undertake workshops in villages.
Can we pass the mic to her and we can interact?
Shilpa Ranaji.
Yeah, yes.
Can we pass the mic to her?
Yeah, she has the mic. Shilpa ji, you can. Yeah. Please go ahead.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Shilpa.
So actually, we wish to undertake, like, I plan to leave my job and start with working with my husband, where we plan to get into smaller villages and teach about holistic value education. Because this is something that I've been doing in my university also for the past 5 years, and we have seen really good results of that.
Which university and your?
This is Sri Sai University, Palampur in Himachal Pradesh.
Very nice. Himachal is a very, good soil for this.
Yes, sir.
Very, yes.
But like whenever I plan, whenever my husband tried to register, it actually asked the Association of Colleges and University. And because he owns his own business, he's not able to participate in any of the workshops.
That we have to take care of when, we had this. We'll take care of it.
Okay, sir.
Then,
Right.
Dr. Ishrat, your contact, and we'll be happy to take it up. We'll send you a link for the online workshop and also inform you about
Right, sir.
physical workshops. Okay, there are at least, every month there are at least, I would say, 4 or 5 workshops that are taking place.
I'm aware about those workshops. I have participated in one also, like I'm waiting for the second one to open so that I can join in there.
Welcome. And we'll be happy to help you with connecting you to these institutions that are working on that well-being. For
Right,
example,
sir.
there's an organization called Sambandh in Delhi.
Uh-huh.
Mentally challenged people. So there are many institutions that have taken up and implemented or embedded UHV in their in the work that they're doing.
Right.
So we can connect you to them and you can have interaction with them. Workshop is, of course, giving you the foundation for taking things forward. Yes. Very nice.
Right. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Anybody else?
Yeah, if the mic can be given to Jonagadala Lataji. She's also having some reflections like this only.
Yeah.
So I request technical team to provide mic to Jonagadala ji. Please.
Yeah.
Yes, mic is there with you, Jonagadala Lataji. You can unmute yourself. Perfect.
Yeah. Namaste, madam.
Namaste.
Yeah.
Jonagadala.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you for such a wonderful session. I'm really grateful for the UHV team.
Where are you located, Jonagadala? Lataji. I mean, what do they call you, Lataji?
Lata, my name is Lata, sir. Jonnagadla is my surname.
Yes.
I'm from Anantapur, SKU College of Engineering and Technology, working in as an assistant professor.
Yes.
Yeah. So really this UHV is trying to help us a lot to change within ourselves through the courses as well as through the morning sessions.
Yeah.
Why can't this be implemented to the government officials and the politicians who plays a major role for bringing transformation in the society? Because we see a lot of corruptions, bribes that are occurring around, and there is more of political pressure even on educational systems in the form of appointment of lecturers in the universities or colleges.
We have lots of problems. That's true. That
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So the future politicians, future policymakers are in your classroom today.
Yes, sir.
So if we work with them, if we work with ourselves, number one, and
Yeah.
work with our students, then in due course of time, things will change.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thanks a lot, sir.
It is not,
Because already this we are teaching in the classrooms, but for a rapid change to occur, why can't this can be made it as a mandatory for them also
yeah.
to go through this type of courses, sir?
I mean, the seeds have been sown.
Yeah.
And you can sow the, more seeds, and ultimately it will reach to everyone. There is Dr. Prashanti in Anand.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm in touch with her, sir.
I mean, she has been doing amazing work with the government.
Okay, sir.
So you can, get involved with her and see how you can take it to the state of Andhra Pradesh first, and then the state of, the neighboring states. Right?
Okay, okay, okay.
Happy to help you organize those workshops, and then we'll have somebody who will be able to conduct those workshops.
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir. Namaste, sir.
Namaste. Best wishes.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Shamakant Jha ji.
जी मैडम नमस्ते।
नमस्ते।
मेरा राजू लस्थाना महोदय से प्रश्न है जो कि दो पार्ट में है। पहला पार्ट तो ये है कि मैं थोड़ा यूएचवी के संपर्क में बाद में आया हूं। मैं ये जानना चाहता हूं कि यूएचवी के प्रेरणा स्रोत कौन रहे हैं, क्योंकि एक दो व्यक्ति जरूर रहे होंगे, उनका नाम मैं जानना चाहता हूं, क्योंकि इससे मैं बहुत प्रभावित हूं। आई एम वेरी मच मेस्मराइज्ड बाय दिस यूएचवी सेशंस। दूसरा पार्ट ये है कि ये फास्टली हाउ कुड इट रीच टू द फार कॉर्नर्स ऑफ द वर्ल्ड, बिकॉज दिस इज वेरी मच आई थिंक इंडिस्पेंसेबल फॉर द वर्ल्ड, फॉर वर्ल्ड पीस। लेकिन मैं देखता हूं कि यूएचबी के मॉर्निंग सेशन में मैं इस बार जुड़ा हूं, जिसके लिए 1 वीक यूएचबी कोर्स मैंडेटरी कर दिया गया है। मेरा मानना है कि ये तो कोई रॉकेट साइंस है नहीं, ये बहुत आसानी से समझ में आ जाता है। तो इसके लिए वो प्री कंडीशन नहीं रखना चाहिए, जो जुड़ना चाहे जुड़ जाए जल्दी से, फास्टली। हाउ कुड इट बी एक्सपीडिशसली रीच टू फार एंड कॉर्नर ऑफ द वर्ल्ड? तो ये दो मेरा प्रश्न है अस्थाना सर।
जी जी जी। तो प्रेरणा स्रोत तो पूरी परंपरा रही है। His question is, he's asking about one person who is responsible or who started this. So I would say that the whole tradition is the motivation, the inspiration. Over the ages, human being has tried to live in harmony. So there are so many hundreds and thousands of people who are. So what we are presenting is what we have been able to understand, what we are trying to practice ourselves, and we are placing it as a proposal for you to co-explore with you. So that is the answer to your first question. And the second question is your prerequisite, right? So if you are trying to understand trigonometry or calculus, don't you have to go through arithmetic first? Isn't it?
Yes, sir. But sir, it is not that difficult like trigonometry and calculus. As far as I have visualized, that it is, I think, a human being, every human being may understand this kind of, I think, lessons that is going on in morning session, or that is required for UHVs.
Yeah, I would welcome you to a face-to-face workshop, and then you can certainly join the morning session. You're welcome to join the morning session.
Sir, face-to-face workshop, I am very much interested, but I don't get chance to join. I am very much interested to join.
We have sent, I think again we can send both Dr. Ila Dedia's number for the international audience and Dr. Ishrat's number for the national audience. Okay, so you contact them and then we'll take it forward from there. Shamakant Haji, best wishes.
Gee, thank you, sir.
Yes.
There is one question posted in the chat box from Siji Nambiar. She is an assistant professor at DY Patil deemed to be university. She says, I feel that we should have tied up with corporates for such sessions because I was earlier as AVP at Axis Bank. So desires to have it in corporates.
Okay, Siji Nambiarji. Yeah, we pass the mic to you. So can we have your observations first?
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Am I audible, sir?
Namge Kuzulankula.
Kuzambo, Rajulji, Kuzambo. Namaste, Rajulji, and everyone. Namaste.
Yes.
Well, I was quite proud to see Dash Pema's reflection that's been quoted, and I truly agree that one person can really make a difference. And I got introduced to this UHP program because of Tashpema Tinde, and then slowly I developed more interest in UHP, and that's how I met with Rajulji, Ganeshji, and everyone. So I'm very much thankful to the UHP program that it has drastically changed my life too. Recently, after coming to the new place in New Zealand, I also had an opportunity to introduce UHP program with my supervisor. She's from India, so I casually talked with her about the UHP program, and then she got really interested in this program. So I think the seed of UHP has been planted in New Zealand too. So we had an opportunity to do few sessions, conduct few sessions on the self-exploration, and then about the human, about the coexistence of mind and body, about the human being. So far we have been able to conduct 3 sessions, and hopefully more people will, I believe that slowly it will grow. So this is something that I must do, because like Rajulji said, that it's about the person who is about to see the UHV is important in his life. If he considers UHV program as important to him, then no matter where you are, no matter where you go, the conducive environment in your mind will automatically will be generated. So I think I am pretty much confident that this program will grow, and then hopefully I'll be able to connect in the future too from New Zealand with a group of UHV. Thank you, Rajulji.
So nice to hear that you have been able to take it to your organization there. And in a manner, it also answers to Saji Nambiarji's.
Yes, sir. I'm there. I'm audible.
Yeah, one second. Let me finish with Namge and then I'll come back to you.
Okay.
Namge, get in touch with me directly. Okay. And we'll continue this dialogue. But I also want to say that Dasho Thinle is one, sort of a bright light in Bhutan. And there's a bright light in Bhutan that is your king, your royal family. Very bright light. And if you
Very
read
true,
their,
sir.
their thoughts, it's something really, so you are a fortunate citizen of a very, enlightened country. And now that you have the light, you can take it to New Zealand, and wherever you go, you take it up. So wonderful sharing, Namge. Best wishes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Gently want to remind you that we are left with 4 minutes,
Okay.
sir. Ji.
Okay, thank you. So we'll go to Saji ji. Where are you, Saji ji? You are in Kerala? Yes. Siji Nambiar. Siji Nambiar ji. Yes, Siji Nambiar ji. Your mic is muted.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Siji.
Sir, I'm basically from Kerala, but right now at Mumbai, teaching at D.Y. Patil School of Management.
Very nice.
So I had a work experience of around 15 years with different banks, and last assignment was at Axis Bank. I feel, sir, at this UHV, I have attended UHV 1 and 2.
Very
So
nice.
I feel that because we are doing it for higher education, there are corporates which are not getting the actual benefit of UHV. So there should be some sessions or some training program for the corporate also, because these human values should be given to the corporate also, so that as a parent or as a guide or mentor to the students when they go reach the corporate,
Yes.
they could also guide these students, because we teach all these things to the students, but then when they reach the corporate, this competition spirit comes, and then they lack on these aspects which they have learned at the college level.
Yes. Certainly. So the reinforcement of the values must take place wherever they are,
Yes, sir.
from the home to the workplace to the whole society actually. So certainly uh, you should be able to take it forward to the corporate by attending a workshop, getting prepared, and take it to the corporate. They are happy to help you, not only by getting prepared, but also initially you might need some help. So we have Dr. Ila Dedia is actually in Mumbai itself, so she can help you, contact you, and take it forward. Yeah, yes, Ilaji, you can take it forward over there with them.
Surely, I'll connect with ma'am if.
For the education, so that the next generation is well prepared to face what they have to face. So whatever has been created in the past generations, they will be prepared to take it up and convert it into that harmonious society. So that work has to be done. But it's a good idea to take it to wherever we are. So if we are in corporate, we can take it in corporate. If we are in education, we can take it in education. If we are in the field of law, we can take it to that. So we can take it to wherever we may be under, wherever, whatever our area of influence is, we can take it up over there. So best wishes. So let me close
Thank
from
you, sir.
my side now. Namaste to all. Best wishes to everyone.
Thank you, Sri Rajalastanaji, for your enriching and exploratory keynote with illustrious examples as a guideline to implement universal human values in education, for creating a fulfilling environment from family to world family by empowering our youth. As youth is not just a demographic, but a strong foundation for a well-desired future that we look forward to. So we shall now take a short break of 15 minutes and reassemble at 9:45 a.m. for the third day of 3 panel discussions on education, holistic health, and SDGs, and discuss on the implementation part of it. So thank you very much for joining us from across the globe. Thank you once again. Yes. Have a nice day.